everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Indie Corner Radio Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Mitty. I'm here with the lovely, lovely Kristina Lafser. How you doing, Kristina?
Hi, great. Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you here. So Christina, have known each other for, and I have known each other for a while, on Facebook, but she's busy. I don't know if you guys know this about her, but there she is. I mean, I always see you got like a million projects that are happening at once. And
Busy is an understatement.
did that just start happening, or has that been like a while and you've just been constantly busy?
It's been pretty much like that for about a year or so now.
That,
That's
that's
back to back
good.
to back. Yeah. I've kind of got my fingers dipped in a lot of pots right now.
Well, that's good. I mean, especially they seem all different too. They're not like the same type of movie or anything like that.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, a good variety of stuff, so which is nice.
usually horror.
Yep, mostly. Yep.
Yeah, mostly horror, which I guess is the indie thing to do, right? Like it's easier to make a horror film than like a comedy or something.
It does seem to be like the general most made indie film genre.
hmm
Yep.
and now when you were growing up, were you ever in a horror?
Oh, always. That's always
Uh,
been my favorite genre of movies, pretty much forever.
like what
That's
was the first one you remember watching?
Exorcist when I was like two.
Wait, you remember when you were two? That's
Yeah, I remember standing in front of the television, like watching it.
Like, did your parents just have it on, or like did like
I
how?
don't remember how it was there, but I do remember watching it when I think it came out in 82-ish, but I was born in 82, so it was like it was on and I remember watching it when I was two. So it was
So
before my
84, yeah, would have been
Yeah,
80.
it was before my brother was born, and he was born in 85. So I do remember watching it then.
That's
So
crazy. And
maybe that's what sucked me in. I don't know.
what scene was it? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I just remember standing there watching it, and that's all I remember.
And they're like, you're not supposed to watch this.
Probably.
I have a 2-year-old nephew who loves Chucky, so I think he's gonna
That's
fit in with
awesome.
us right now. I mean, and if you like say boo to him, he laughs. You
That's
know, that
that's
almost sounds
amazing.
very psychotic.
Is he gonna dress up as Chucky for Halloween? Because that would be adorable.
I don't know what they're planning for him yet.
Because that would be cool.
I think they did tell me. I think he might be Pugsley, so something
Yeah,
like that. I don't know.
gotcha.
That'd be cool. Either I don't care. Chucky would be cool too because like he's short like
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say he's like the size of Chucky, so that would
Yeah,
be
so,
awesome.
yeah,
Him, a little Chucky running around town.
yeah. Those are always scary. Put the
Yeah.
red hair on them and whatnot. But yeah, I love hearing when people like especially when they remember that young. I don't. My youngest memory is like watching like Ghostbusters or something. And that was like because
I
I'm your
gotcha.
age. I'm your age. So I was born in 82, and so I Ghostbusters was the thing, but I was scared of Ghostbusters. You
Oh,
know, like I was scared of
was it
the
Slimer or something
no,
else? Oh,
it was the dog,
oh,
terror dog, and
yep.
that stuff. That scene where they's like grabbing because that was it was like it looked like my living room and then my chair in my living room. I was like, no,
Yep.
but you grow up with these things, and then like I took a break. I don't know how you did, but I kind of took a break from horror for a while because it kind of terrified me, and then I came back to it when Scream came around. But
Gotcha.
I'm wondering if you were the exact opposite, if you kind of kept it going throughout like
Yeah,
your life.
I pretty much kept it going. That's kind of the only movies that I watch for the most part. So,
When you used to rent in video stores and
yep.
you know,
Blockbuster and Family Video, that's pretty much where I would go.
really? You didn't
Yep.
go to like any mom and pop video stores or anything?
There was like some in our local grocery stores that was ran. I don't know if that was ran by the grocery store or like independent people, but that was about where we would go for the most time. So
Okay.
we had a Blockbuster that was like right around the corner, so it was super close to grab a video.
Yeah, we didn't have a Blockbuster till later, so like the movie store that we had locally, that was the movie store I ended up working at,
Oh,
because most filmmakers start, back then did it when they saw Kevin Smith do it and,
yep,
Quentin Tarantino do it, and they're
yep.
like, fuck it, let me
Might as
do it.
well, might as well do it, right?
Might as well become and it's stuff I knew, you know.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yep.
But what was like? Did you do any jobs in that kind of field or anything?
No, I worked like I did a job at Express and I worked as like a waitress and when I was in high school and that was pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. After that,
And
after that
then
you became a filmmaker.
yeah, no. I just started doing movies like 2 years ago. So I'm an engineer, so I haven't really done movies and up until like 2022 or 2023. So
Okay. So
yep.
what? So okay. So you have a real regular job.
Yes.
Like this stuff is just for fun. But I'm sure you're
But
passionate.
it's still full time for me also. I have like two
Right.
full-time jobs basically.
Yeah, because you're constantly, like I said, you're doing stuff. You're on
Yep.
pages and you're
Yep.
monitoring those and groups and
Yep.
different stuff. And that is a lot of work. A lot of people don't really like, a lot of it's unpaid work too. So like
Yep.
a lot of people don't think about that, how much time it consumes that you could
There
be
is
doing something else.
that is correct. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that gets done voluntarily. So
Exactly. But what like drove you to wanting to become a filmmaker?
well, I hopped on board with a couple of friends and I really enjoyed it with one of the first couple of movies that I did. And that's kind of what turned me on to just wanting to do it a lot more. Like the first couple of sets that I went on, were Haunted House of Pancakes with Nathan Dalton and the guys and the gang, and Nikki was there, and it was awesome. And that set was fun. So I really had a good time there. And then I also went on Ombus 2 set. a-
Yeah, I know some people
And
worked on that. Like my friend Nicole worked on that movie.
And I was very green for that. It took a while to get clean, but that was fun. And then Bad Apples with
Bad
Steve
Apples.
Morris and Brandon Benz and the gang. And that set was absolutely incredible. So, and that premiere is October 25th in
Nice.
Indianapolis. We still have tickets. I'm just going to plug that in there.
That's
But yeah,
my podcast anniversary day too.
the
So
25th of
yeah,
October.
October. Well, I mean, I started October 25th. Was it 2006? So it's got 19 years coming up.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I first did my first podcast ever, that I created and everything. And
That's very cool.
it led me to doing this, like, and continue to do this.
That's
I'm a lot
awesome.
better than I was 19, almost 19 years ago. Like,
I think you get better with everything you do over time. So,
hopefully, I
yeah.
mean, some people stay the same and whatnot, and
Right.
never learn from never learn from themselves, but that's
Right.
fine. It's all up to you what you want to
Hmm.
do. If you want to learn from your mistakes or you want to,
Right.
and grow, or you want to stay the same,
Yep.
you
That's
know,
true.
that's your choice. Me, I think I like the first days I did. I'm not 100% like the best, whatever podcaster, but or anything. I'm not going near that, but I'm happy,
Yeah.
and did you ever get into podcasting? Do you do podcasts at all yourself?
I haven't actually hosted or anything, but I've been on quite a few and I streamed video games for a little while, so that was kind of fun.
Like Twitch or
Yeah, on Twitch. So,
it's where everybody streams the video.
yeah.
I don't play video games, so I have no idea how that works, what goes on. I just
Yeah.
not my cup of tea, but I love that people do it. Like if you want to play regular Nintendo, I'm down. for that.
You,
Like
you can
NES,
you can stream that on Twitch too if you want.
it's just I don't know how interesting that shit is. Playing like Goonies 2 or something. Like why would
Oh
anybody
man,
care about that?
that Goonies video game was amazing. I think we
I
still have it.
I think I have it still too. It's at my studio.
Yep, that
Um
was awesome.
yeah, it's crazy, but it was one of those things where you throw yo-yo at somebody, I'm like,
Yep.
this was not in the
At
I
all. I know.
I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd talk about like Goonies too, and I got so excited because I was like, because I never thought of that as like a bad game or anything. I just thought of it as kind of boring game,
Yeah. I
like
still
after
love to run around on it and just
hit
play.
people and turn. Didn't you like hit them and turn them into like bats or something, or is that another game? I don't
I,
know.
I don't remember. I just remember that you ran around and I we played it all the time and a
Yeah,
bunch of other old games. I think we still
yeah.
have like a pile in my closet somewhere here.
Somewhere,
So,
yeah, one day you'll probably want to like have like a nostalgia thing or something and just
yep.
start playing all your old games. I even
Yep.
have some Super Nintendo, but I never had a Super Nintendo when I was a kid. I got that years later because,
Oh, yeah.
we went from, was it Nintendo to Sega,
Oh,
pretty
yep.
quickly.
Yeah.
So, and then I just did all the Sega stuff because Sega had all the cooler like effects and whatnot.
And they had Sonic.
Sonic or I like the Sega CD because it
Oh,
had like movie stuff and
yep.
everything in it. Looked more like a movie, and I'm a movie guy. I'm more of a movie guy than a
Hey, there you go.
video
Yeah.
game. So I kind of was like the best of both worlds
Yep.
you know. But
Yeah.
I still love that people play video games because I literally thought they were going to die at some point. And I'm guessing they're just not ever going to die,
Nope.
you know.
They're gonna be around.
Just like comics and every
Yep.
sort of things get more digital though now. Like even video games, right? They're like
Yep.
kind of you have to download them now or something.
Yeah, a lot of games they're not even doing physical media on anymore. Like you can buy the case, but you don't get the physical disc anymore. You get the case and then you have to download the game. So it's silly.
You get the case. What's
Yeah,
the
so like if you get like a collector's edition, certain games don't have a physical media disc anymore, but you get the edition case. So you'll get like the steelbook case, but you don't get the media.
that
I
makes
don't know
no
if I have an example here or not, but it's kind of silly. So
I do love that you have a gaming chair, that you're sitting in right now. I
I
mean,
know it's amazing, right?
that's awesome. So you really are a gamer,
Yeah.
like,
I also got this too, but I don't have it on right now.
nice.
Yeah. I'm using my headset.
Well, I have this that you can't really see because I got
Yeah, it kind of
background
keeps cutting out. Yeah.
cutting out, but yeah, I've got. I think that might be too far. Yeah, that I don't know. I've been trying to set up and do something different each, like every once in a while because I'm bored, you know.
Yeah.
And I was using this like, before. I don't even need that up anymore because
Yeah.
I'm not really talking into it. I'm talking into the
Yeah.
microphone. So
Yep.
anyway, it's how I am because after a while I'm like, I could buy a really nice, thing, but then I'm like, it sounds almost the same as my headset.
Right.
Like it
Yep.
doesn't really, it just looks cooler, I guess.
Yep.
That's what it is these days. Like, I don't, people keep asking, like, how do you start a podcast? I'm like, get a shitty microphone, get, and just start talking to a podcast, could start doing it. And then eventually you might be able to afford better equipment and
Yep.
whatnot or whatever. And even then it doesn't matter because like what matters is us, like the
Right.
story that
Yeah,
you're,
it's the people, really. So
yeah.
as long as I mean, I hear you fine, you can hear me fine, people can hear us. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, some people might be like audio technicians and be like, oh, the sound was blah 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 blah. But then like, I don't.
Right.
Those are the
Yeah.
people that are listening to my show anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think that
They're
matters.
they're gonna come hunt you down and nitpick your show
Yeah, now they are,
just because you said
just because I put it
it.
out into the universe right there. you
Yep.
know?
They're coming.
So, so being an actor, going out there and a producer, like,
Yep.
I mean, which came first though? Were you producing before you're acting or acting before you're producing?
I want to say I did voice acting first.
Ooh, what did you voice act for? For the,
Um, so my very first thing I did was Massacre at Femur Creek.
mm,
I did it's actually a like a radio commercial ad. I was Becky the Hammer Shapiro, attorney, on the radio. And
nice,
I actually did it with like a country twang. So if you watch that show, you probably won't recognize me, but that's me on the radio. I think it's on Tubi and all that stuff right now. You can watch it for free.
nice.
Yep. So that one is out. So that was the first thing I did. And then I actually got contacted by a couple of other people to do some voice roles, paid voice roles, um, in multiple different accents, which was fun as well. So I did those. And then I did acting and then producing.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Not everybody breaks in with voice acting. So
Yeah.
that's
That was my first thing. So I thought that I it's weird how it happened, and that's just how it happened.
so did
So
you like record at your house, I'm guessing?
yeah, I recorded with with this thing.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
I had a pop filter on it, but I probably didn't need one.
I have one too, but like the, I don't like them. Because like look, if you can see it's really big and it like takes
Hmm.
over the freaking
It
like
does.
and
Yep.
this is a big like this is a Blue Yeti microphone. So for like it to
Yeah,
take
that's
over that,
exactly what mine is. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what mine is.
yeah, nice, cute.
Yep. I just don't have the little padding thingy over yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's over mine.
Yep.
Uh yeah, if you take that off, it's a lot skinnier.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Ha.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry I had to do it.
Oh no,
Um,
that's okay. I say that all the
yeah,
time. It's
see,
okay. It's all right.
it's gotten to the point where I think was The Office did it first, right?
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, people would just do it, right?
Yep.
And then I was watching it like a regular movie, and somebody did it. It was in Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Well, I'm not spoiling it or nothing,
That
but it's
well,
like
you
this.
spoiled it with the line. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
sorry. I'm wearing a Happy Gilmore shirt, by the way, if you
Oh,
can't tell.
I love Happy Gilmore. The original one's one of my favorite movies. I saw it in the theater when I was like 12 or 13, and I saw it like 5 times.
So if you really like the movie and you know like every single line in the movie, then you'll like the second one. So it's
Okay,
pretty
cool.
much it's
Okay.
pretty much just that. It's like throwing out all the lines that you'll have like, oh, I remember that line.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite ones is like I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
And it's like it's very much a bunch of callbacks to the original, which is kind of what sequels do these days.
Yeah.
That's all they do. They just want you to go like what is that South Park thing, like the member berries? Do you remember?
I
Like
don't
that's it.
remember.
That
Yeah.
that's all they want you to do is be like, I remember that. That was
Yep.
that was funny. But I did go out and buy those Happy Gilmore cups from Subway.
I got those too.
I got the Happy Gilmore and the shooter. That's all I got.
I got Shooter and I got another one. It wasn't Happy Gilmore though.
It was probably Ben Stiller's character, that
Yeah,
right?
that it was the nurse. Yeah.
Yeah, the nurse guy.
Yep.
I mean, it was great to like see it again, like in a way, but like it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite. I thought I was kind of I laughed. I laughed a lot, like, but I just it's like what can you do? I would have rather have been different and everything. So I think that it did very well, you
Yeah.
know. So meaning they're probably gonna not remake, but like do a sequel to one of his other movies, probably Billy Madison or something
Oh
after
yeah,
that,
I'm sure.
and put it on Netflix, and then that might not do well, and and then they'll give up on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of what happens is they They
Right.
tried again and
Yeah,
it
they
does.
tried again and then it flops and it's like, ah, well, we tried. So
But so you're into horror films and then you're also into comedy and other genres.
I do like comedy, but that's an action. Like I mean, I love the John Wick movies and stuff, and like Boondock Saints. That Boondock Saints is one of my favorite movies.
Then don't watch the documentary Overnight.
Okay.
It's about the director and kind
Oh,
of
okay.
Troy
Gotcha.
Duffy and how he was sort of not very well liked in Hollywood.
Oh, gotcha.
However, it is very interesting because I mean, I think after that documentary came out, because then after that they did do Boondock Saints too. So I think
Yep.
he sort of learned
Yeah.
like shit, maybe I wasn't
Yeah.
like because ego happens a lot
It
and
does.
stuff um but yeah, it is a really good documentary, but it's about sort of about the director not being a nice guy at that time or
I
whatever,
gotcha.
kind of being too egotistical. And he was more egotistical than Harvey Weinstein was there in the movie. And when it shows sort of that, I'm like, oh God.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great documentary. I definitely highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's just
I'll
keep in
I'll do that.
mind, that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, are you into like westerns or are you into all
Not
that stuff?
not
Musicals?
really. I mean, there's a couple of musicals like I was obsessed with Hamilton when it came out.
Nice.
I think I watched it like 12 times within, I don't know, a 2-day period. To a point that me and my kids were singing like all the songs like over and over.
Did you take your kids to see Wicked?
My daughter wanted to see it, so we saw it when it was in St. Louis.
Like
It
the new
was
one's coming out, right? Like this year.
Yeah, I think so. But and then Phantom of the Opera had always been one of my favorites. So anytime that's around, I'll always go see that one, the original
Yeah.
uh show. So
I think my favorite musical, I'm trying to think. I think my favorite musical is probably Joseph and the
and the Technicolor Dreamcoat,
Dreamcoat. Yeah.
yeah,
Just because like I I actually auditioned for it at school and didn't get it because I can't sing.
yeah. Our school did that one in high school. That was
Yeah,
our the one that they did. So
I almost feel like almost every school does it. It's like
I think so too. At least back in, I mean, I don't think they do it now. At least the schools around here don't do it now, but
yeah,
they
I don't know what they do.
yeah.
I'm so far removed from high school that I'm just not
We
even
al- I think we also did possibly did Grease back in high
Greece.
school.
Um, we didn't at my school, but my friends who were at the other school, like, did it because the guy that left the teach that taught at our school left and taught there,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because they
I
split, and
gotcha.
then he did that one while we were doing. I think it was at the same around the same time as that we were doing Joseph Gordon,
Joseph.
Gordon-Levitt. No, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So,
Yeah, right.
it was fun though. Like I really like that. Also, we did yeah. So my last year they had done um Little Shop of Horrors, so that was fun to
Oh,
see.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I just can't sing, so I end up auditioning, and then they're like, "Nope,
Yeah.
no, thank you." And
I,
I'm like, I can lip sync. But
I was in choir, like concert choir in high school and then show choir as well, where you sing and dance like, the Glee stuff. So
can you
it's
sing?
yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah. So
That's a way like because if you do both, if you can act and you can sing, you're pretty good in the musical stuff or whatever.
yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Have you ever wanted to be like in an indie horror musical?
That would be pretty awesome.
Right? I don't know why anybody's really hasn't done that. I guess it's tough because you have to find like real like songwriters or something or make up
Right.
this songs.
Somebody
I'm
that would
like
be
that.
awesome to have like a indie horror musical though. That'd be really cool.
I think they have them.
Oh,
Like I just don't know. I don't know offhand any, but I'm pretty
yeah.
sure they exist. It's just, it'd be more fun to find them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like goofy, like
Yeah.
silly kind of
Yeah.
shit, you know?
Exactly.
Like Little Shop of Horrors is a silly,
Yeah.
musical. Like it's
Yeah.
a goofy thing. So, and so if they can do that for our like real,
Yeah.
stuff like Broadway, why,
Hmm.
or Cannibal the musical? I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I have not seen that one. No.
It's from the South Park guys. It was their first movie. So
Gotcha.
their
I'll have
first
to.
movie when they were in university. I forgot what university they went to, but they were in some university. They ended up doing Cannibal the musical based on the first cannibal that ever got convicted of cannibalism.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it
Okay.
was yeah, it's
Okay.
he came back and all his crew was gone and eaten
Oh,
and stuff.
wow.
Yeah, so it was, but they made it a comedy. It wasn't,
Yeah.
and the songs were silly, and I really love that. So check that out. Troma put that out.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I will.
So yeah, I'm giving you just a list of shit to like watch
I should be
now.
writing this down.
I, I'm sorry. I'm like,
I got a notepad here. I should start writing it down.
we're doing a podcast here, and all I'm doing is telling you, this is what you should buy. This
I got
is what
homework.
you should. Yeah. Next time I will, I'll quiz you. You know.
That's funny.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. So you have a personal life, you have a real life, you do shit in your normal life, and then you also have like does the the movie life sometimes interfere with both like thing, you know?
Yeah, there's been some conflicts that I've had to turn down or cancel some movie roles that I had originally been offered due to personal conflicts or something came up or something with the kids, well, my son's school or whatever. So I mean, it happens. It's like I was supposed to be on a movie and then something happened and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to decline. I apologize, so
But it's never like
or
last minute, right? It's never like
no, I mean, it's usually I give them as much notice as possible. Nothing's been like 2 days, like, oh, I can't show up in 2 days now, but like about a month or month and a half out, found out one time. So
oof.
unfortunately, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's always sucks, especially if you're like excited for it and
Yeah, and I already knew my lines and everything, and I was kind of bummed, but I mean, it happens. I gotta make sure I gotta obviously take care of the kids first. So can't
yeah.
just be like, see ya.
Family comes first,
Yeah,
and everything. And
right.
most people should know that. I'm sure you've had directors or filmmakers or whoever kind of be a little assholey about that, but I think
Fortunately, no. I mean, so far everyone's been very understanding and they've been very negotiable with my schedules and stuff. So it's been very good. So,
that's great.
which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Because you could get that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's my first thought
Well,
is like
yeah. So I'm glad that I haven't experienced that yet. So that's awesome.
means that you're picking the right people, I
I
guess,
I think so. Yeah, exactly.
What draws you to a project?
Um, usually either the director or if there's a lot of people that I've worked with on a specific project before, um, that I'm like, oh, I've worked with like half of these people already, and like I love all these people, and or if it's something like if I either get the script or get like and not necessarily the whole script, but or I read, about the project and I'm like, wow, I really like this. I get sent a lot of scripts to read. I got like four of them today, actually, which is kind of funny. Um, and uh, so if I'm like, wow, I really like this, I really want to do this, then I'll jump on. So it's usually if I feel like it will be something that I'm really connected to, not necessarily like emotionally or whatnot, but I'm just like, that's really awesome. We can do something cool with that. So, and we're actually in the process of writing, me and a couple of folks are in the process of writing, I think like two movies right now, two scripts, and
Nice.
working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes to get a bunch more movies out, of course.
Yeah, I mean, that's the so I always hate sort of the development slash I mean, I'm not well, I take that back. I like the development side. I like writing
Yeah.
scripts and stuff. I do not like the raising money side, and I don't like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
all
that's
that's the
right.
worst. There's some people that are just really good at it,
Yep.
you know, and stuff, but there are other people like me who just I just don't know where to begin or how to, how to do it necessarily, but I do what I can. I
Yep.
don't like Indiegogo these days. I don't I love other people who do it. I support everybody who does it, and I tell people and I like will actually have days where I'll post other people's Indiegogos to promote
Yeah.
and help. Just because I know how hard it is to make a movie, and if even like one of my friends who's donated to something of mine wants to help another friend out, I'm okay with that, you know.
Yeah. That's
Um,
awesome.
right, but like other than that, I'm not, I don't like it anymore. I think I think it is a job for some people who are really good at it, like where every day they're in the grind and they're
Yep.
messaging and getting, donations like constantly.
Yeah.
And those people are awesome, you
Yep.
know. I'm just not very good at it. I can ask, but like, most people just ignore me.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
never like bother them about it because I'm like, I don't want to be that dude. Like, especially if I want to work with them someday, I don't
Yeah.
want to be like an asshole. So I just like, you know what, this is not for me.
Yeah.
I'm yeah, probably it's gonna be the other way like of getting money, which is real investors, and
Yep.
that's even gonna be hard as hell too. But
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
it's what you got to do these days,
Yeah.
And but the indie world, like the world that you live in right now and that you're working with, that is the best the industry right now because we can be the most original.
It is. Yep. Correct.
Like you can come up right now, you could come up with something completely different than anything that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
because mostly what's going on is remakes
Yeah.
and sequels
Yeah.
and
There's a
stuff.
ton of that going on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just announced Sleepaway Camp's getting remade.
Yeah.
And I just like, I mean, I hate to say it, but why? Like,
Yeah.
I don't,
There's some movies that I'm like, why are you remaking this? It's the first one
I'm,
was fine.
well, I
Like,
mean,
why are you doing it again?
that doesn't bother me. The first one is fine. It's just like, I feel like we have these companies that have money already invested. They have money. They can do whatever basically they want to do, and yet they're only do the remakes because they think people will go to it because there's an audience already.
Yeah.
And so, but then you got to please the audience,
Yeah.
as opposed to was it, somebody who's never seen something before.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? On
I don't know. I just think there's a lack of originality when it comes to everybody just remaking everything. It's just like come up with something new.
I guess it's scary because like they're afraid if they
If it's
spend $20 million on something and it bombs, that's
right.
$20 million they lost,
Yep.
and
Like
so
I get why they like play it safe, but it's I want to see something new.
we all do. And then there are things new, like Long Legs
Yeah.
came out, and
Yeah,
that
I saw
was
that. Yep.
awesome.
That was good.
Sinners, I mean, incredible. I don't know if you saw that or not,
No,
but
I have that on my watch list
okay.
actually. Yeah.
You should see, I'm gonna stop like
That one is actually on my watch list though.
okay, good.
I have it marked. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm not just recommending something
No,
that you're
that
gonna
one's
write down
already
again.
no, that no, that no, that one's actually already marked. So I just
I
haven't
heard,
gotten around to watch it yet.
her weapons was good, and so I like that. When there's something original coming out, people should be going to see it.
Yep.
Then people are, you know, like they're watching all the, and I can't help it. I watch the superhero movies and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
I'm really into that stuff,
Yep.
but I would rather see original movies. Like, I mean, remember when Jaws, like, I mean, I guess it was based on a book, so it was not 100% original, but like,
No, but they
you,
made it into an awesome movie.
right. So, I mean, I remember as a kid watching that on television and actually being afraid to go to the beach, after.
My mom still is.
Really? Your mom's terrified of going to the beach?
Yeah, she's worried about going to the ocean because of Jaws.
Of Jaws?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's possible,
Yeah.
like that's the scary thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Especially with some of the shark attacks and stuff and shark spottings that's been happening. So
it's actually
I
happening a
get it.
lot more now, right now,
Yep.
because the whales are
Yeah.
coming closer. And like when the whales come closer, the
It
sharks,
pushes them. Yeah.
yeah, so whales need to stay away. Like, go away. Like, we love you. We can go out to sea and find you, but just stay away from here. I
Right.
don't. I live on the east side, like East Coast, and Virginia. And in the summer there are attacks because they come up here from whatever. Right now they wouldn't be. They'd be going down. A lot of those things would be going down to Florida
Yeah, to
and
the
stuff,
yeah. That makes sense.
where Jaws the Revenge takes place.
Ooh.
Have you
Yeah.
seen that one?
No, I only saw one and I probably saw the first like two or three, maybe.
What? You've never seen
Yeah.
part four?
No. I
That's
think
the
I
campiest, silliest one ever.
no, but I've seen like all the stupid Sharknadoes.
Well, I'm just gonna say, in Jaws 4, the shark roars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
There's one part he
wow.
gets up because he's like they got that little thing that goes beep 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 and it psh, and it makes him, and it gets him and it goes
Oh my goodness.
and it's the best thing ever. You know? Y-
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who thought that putting a shark that roared into a Jaws movie would be a great idea, but they did, you
I
know?
yeah, that's interesting.
I, you got to
Well,
see that. So, well, write
okay.
that down.
I better write that one down too. Gosh, I have like 20 movies to watch now.
I'm just joking. I'm just kidding
Nah,
with
it's
you.
okay.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I think like yeah, so Hollywood has been sort of at this place and the indie scene has been growing, but like Hollywood doesn't like it right now, I don't think, because
Mm-mm.
like it's stuff like Terrifier 3 just
Yep.
came out and whatnot, and a lot of those movies are going to the theaters and taking up spots that the Hollywood
Yeah.
wasn't able to put up, and
Right.
they don't want that, so they're gonna just try to steal all the directors and things and
Yep.
stuff and try to tell them, let's because they tried to do that for Terrifier 3. A company wanted to make Hollywood wanted to make Terrifier 3, and he said, the director said this is what I want, and they said you can't have that because that would, that wouldn't
Right.
do very well and whatnot, and we don't want to be a part of that. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll just make it myself. So he did, and it did. I think it did better. It did better than the second one did in theaters. So
Yeah.
even got more theater screening time. So
Yeah, it had a lot of slots at my theater here.
really, yeah.
It
So,
did.
and then there's a movie my friend Stephen C. Miller did called Werewolves that came out, and I mean, I'm just like, holy crap!
Yep.
Like all these indie films are getting attention finally, and
Yeah.
they deserve it. You know.
Yep.
Just to get movies out there and get um,
Yeah.
so hopefully that'll happen more and more often, I think, because
I hope so too, because I think they need to be in theaters.
yeah,
People need to see it.
people need to see these movies.
People need to see them on the big screen because that's where they need to be seen.
I mean, you just said like was the House of Pancakes was coming?
Haunted House of Pancakes, yeah.
That's coming out on in the theater like as a screening.
I
and
don't,
stuff.
yeah, I'm gonna be seeing that on like a drive-in next weekend.
Drive-in. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's at like a film festival thing or something over in Shelbyville in Indiana. I'm gonna head over there and watch it on the drive-in.
So what was the one you said was be in October? Since there's
Bad Apples. So we
Bad
have a
Apples.
screen. Yeah, we have a screening October 25th. It's at can't remember the name of the place. Alamo Draft House in
Nice.
Indianapolis. So we've got a theater rented out for that. It's going to be awesome. Red carpet event. So we still have some tickets.
That's awesome. People should go buy that, go
They
buy them
should.
tickets. Check them
Yeah.
out. But yeah, so you're seeing one movie in a drive-in, which is awesome.
Yep.
I've been to one drive-in once, and that was when I was out in LA. My roommate was like, "You never been to a drive-in?" I was
Yeah.
like, "No, I haven't." She was like, "Let's go." And it was the worst movies to watch at the well, it was Knives Out was one of them, and that was okay to watch in
Yeah.
the drive-in. But the other one was another like I was like, man, I wish these were horror films, like, because there were no horror films when I went out in 2020.
Yeah.
So it was that, and there's some movie about some women like stealing money from their bosses or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
And I was not into that, but then when Knives Out came out, it's the second one, I was like, oh, this is actually fun. But I don't know. It's weird but I'm excited to hear that a horror film that should be in the drive-in is in the drive-in.
Yep.
Like that's the kind of movie like Haunted House of Pancakes.
Heck
Just
yeah.
just
That movie
sounds
is so awesome.
and isn't that the guy who did you do Attack of the
Killer
Donuts?
Donuts.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yep.
We reviewed that movie for Indie Film Cafe and this is my buddy Paul found it on Tubi, and we thought the donuts were the cutest things in the world. So now I'm interested to see if the pancakes beat cuteness out of the.
We have a cute little waffle named Toasty.
That sounds awesome. I want
Yeah.
to see. I want to see cute little toasty.
Yeah. He's
You know,
adorable. You'll
um,
love him. Everybody will love him.
that's great though that they're out. What's they did donuts. They did pancakes. What's that? I see a theme here though.
There
Like
was I was in air fryer slaughter
that's
also.
right. Yeah, done by
Yeah.
Matthew Mark Hunter. Yeah,
I was the crock pot lover. I got to throw my crock pot over my shoulder. It was awesome. I was like,
nice.
yoink. I just yeeted it over my shoulder. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to launch it. And I was like, oh, I broke it. Oh well. I don't
Oh,
need a
so did
crock.
you do this at your house?
Yeah, I took my air fryer and I was like, whoop. And I was like, uh-oh. And I was like, oh well. I just kept going.
You just kept going with it?
I was like, okay. I was like, I could hear the spring break out. I'm like, oh well. I just kept going. You got to keep going.
You can't let a crock pot, ruin the shot, you know.
Yeah, so,
But
but yeah, that was cool.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, so have you seen it?
Yes, I did. It
Did
was
you did you love your part in it?
I mean, I'm just a fanatic for crock pots, so I'm just like out with the air fryers. Yay! Come get your crock pot. Like, woo! I
That's
don't know.
funny.
I mean, I love air fryers, so I thought it was funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the fun thing is like trying to figure out what could kill you next,
Right?
like what could be possessed in like a
Yep.
lamp, a killer lamp,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking
Killer
around.
lamp.
I'm just looking around, it's like that scene in Anchorman where he's just like, I love lamp. Like are you saying, do you really love the lamp? Or are you just saying it? Yeah, I love lamp.
I love lamp. Oh man.
See, I knew you and I had a similar sense of humor on stuff and everything. You can't usually gauge that online,
Yeah. Well,
necessarily.
it's hard, especially since there's like no emotion when you're like texting and stuff. So it's just like words. So
It's pretty bad when that
yeah.
you can get really mad at somebody when they're not even saying anything mean or nasty, but you think they are just by
Right.
with the
Because
way.
it's just like it's just the words and you could say like however you type it could be taken multiple ways, but
Mm.
there's no, inflections in your words. So
Yeah, it could be very confusing too. Like somebody could be saying things like they want you to, be emotional. Like I got in trouble for miscommunication recently and with a friend of mine, and I didn't know that I was not communicating well on text, and stuff because I didn't know I needed to do a million
right.
things or
Yeah.
whatever for it. So
Yeah.
I don't like this is why I don't like texting. I like calling or something, you know.
Yeah.
You can't really gauge how somebody or sometimes in person. Like
Yeah.
I met a famous actress. I'm not gonna say name or whatever, but she was very sarcastic and everything, and I didn't know how to deal with that. Like because I wasn't used to that with her characters or the things that she's done, and then when she's very sarcastic to me, like. How dare that person? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
and a guy
yeah.
like that. But I was like, is this just the way she is? And it took me, it baffled me for a little bit. And I was
Right.
just like, I don't know if I should be, upset or if I should be okay, this is just how the person is and just like
Right.
let that go. And
Hmm.
that's what I came to the conclusion, just let that person be how she was and found out it was jet lag and maybe some coffee was missing
Yeah.
from her
Yeah.
life.
She just needed a little bit of caffeine.
Maybe. I mean, whatever. But she was very sweet. I liked her.
Yeah.
So,
That's
other
good.
than that stuff, like whatever.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and that's the thing. You just don't know when, especially at these horror like, do you do horror conventions yet?
Yeah, we've done a lot of Days of the Dead conventions.
Because
So,
that's in Indianapolis, if I'm correct.
yeah. And then we also did the Chicago one. We did the Vegas one. We did the Atlanta one.
You went to Atlanta for the Atlanta one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So we've done the Chicago one once, maybe twice. I've been to multiple of them, but we haven't vended at all of them. We've vended at Indy twice so far. Might be vending in December. Not 100% sure, but I'll be there. I just don't know if we're vending yet.
Oh,
So
you haven't bought the thing
n-
for it yet or
nah,
anything.
nah. Just not 100% sure yet, but that's December 5th through the 7th in Indy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, like, is it different at each con, like at each different place, or does it feel the same because it's the same, convention?
The I I mean, the vibes different at each convention. Like Indy is always amazing. And I don't know if that's just because there's more people there that we know, because it's like all the people from around there always go there, or what. But the one in Indy is always amazing. Chicago is also awesome. The location, I think they're moving after the next one. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but the crowd is different and the types of stuff you sell at the conventions are also different at each location. So you got to have a variety of stuff.
Right,
S-
because you don't
s-
know what somebody's gonna buy, you
Yeah,
know.
sometimes you sell a lot of movie merch, and sometimes you sell a lot of like horror related stuff. So we have a little bit of everything, not just our personal merch, but I will bring like horror stuff too. So we have a variety of
Like
stuff,
like horror related
like Friday
merchandise.
the 13th or whatever,
Okay.
So we have both and we will adjust accordingly based on how it feels.
So how many production companies do you work with?
Um, made mostly it will be Deathstalker, which is doing A Soldier's Descent,
Mhm.
and Witchcraft 18.
Yeah, baby.
I know that one's going to be so awesome. Both of those are actually going to be amazing. We
And
film,
Soldiers of Sin, I told Andrew I'm looking forward to that too.
I
Like
know we film in November 1st is when it starts. So
oh
I'm
wow.
super excited for that.
That's awesome.
That's going to be very uh that's probably going to be one of my hardest roles, but I think it'll be good. It'll be
Are
good.
you like are you one of the main
I have a supporting role in it.
oh,
But it'll be a pretty important role. I play Sue, Barney's love interest in the movie.
nice.
So, yep. And then obviously Witchcraft 18. That script is still in development, but that's also with Andrew and Carissa. And then I work with Steve, who is Morris Better Pictures, and that's him. And then I work with Anthony Chila, who has these They Studios. He's Australian,
Nice.
which did a version. And we're also he has another one called Deadeye Films, which is his US production company. which we're developing 3 or 4 films right now. Those are kind of the ones that are in development. And there's a few other ones as well that I work with, but those are the main ones.
Which one do you
So
normally like? What do you vend? Like when you vend stuff, is it yourself or do you vend for a company?
it's mo well, I make all the merch, so it's mostly all the movies that I'm in that I make the merch for. So
Okay, nice. So it's
a lot of Bad Apple stuff and He Knows Stuff, which is Steve Morris's first feature film, which won awards at the Days of the Dead 2023, I think, in
it's the
Indy.
Christmas one, right?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Sammy the Elf. We did.
we reviewed that on To Be Terror Thursday, and I think Steve liked our review or something
Oh,
because
cool.
I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it
We
was
we made the sequel, She Knows. Well, it's not a sequel. It's more of like a short, but kind of like a proof of concept for what the actual sequel is kind of going to be. So we made that's on like YouTube. I don't know if you saw
I
that,
did
but
not, but I have to check that out.
yeah,
Now you're giving me homework.
I'm giving you homework. You got to watch She Knows. It's fun. We filmed that over a weekend in September last year. So that's that. And then Steve's working on another film that I'm guessing we'll be doing in 2026 as well. So
Well,
that'll be cool. I'll probably be producing and acting in that as well.
so it's always funny for the life of a like actor or producer that they usually have like 12 movies that are in post-production at
Yep,
one time, and then they have like 12 movies that are going to be going into production or whatever, and so sometimes those overlap,
yep.
and at one point you'll have like 12 movies that are out and available, like they go boom 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 boom.
That's kind of what happened like for me because like Haunted House of Pancakes and Diamond Dogs and Blood on the Bleachers kind of went boom 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 like three like in a row.
Right,
So it was like, whoa, those all just came out.
which is great because then you have a
Yeah,
lot to promote.
yeah, yep.
My friend
So,
and I were talking about how hard it is for indie filmmakers these days because even the distribution companies don't promote enough,
right.
Like, and I noticed that with like, you look at companies like Wild Eye, and I love them to death. They're campy, there's fun, they're really nice people, but they are really terrible at marketing. And
Yeah.
then and because I just, I'm like, how easy is it to just put out a clip of one of your movies and just get people wanting, to know, what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. Social
Yeah.
media makes it easy these days.
Yeah. It's so easy to share that, right?
And I don't get it, but like companies just don't do it. I
Yeah.
was calling out Wild Out, but there's a lot of them that don't do that. And I just feel like it shouldn't be the filmmaker's job if they're going with a distribution company. If they do it themselves,
Yeah,
you
then that would
know,
be on them.
that
Yeah.
should be on them. But if it's a distribution company, the distribution company should be excited to share this stuff,
Right.
so that, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know,
Yeah, I think so too, because that'd be a win-win for everybody then. But
right?
yeah.
Is Bad Apples going to be does that have a distribution deal?
I think they're working on getting all that situated. So I
Okay.
know they're gonna do the release, the premiere first, and then they're gonna do some like physical media because people, all the people who ordered the physical media and
Hey,
stuff.
the
So that'll
backers, yeah.
that'll obviously go out probably far before the any of the digital stuff and the like all the distribution stuff. So I know they're working on arranging how they're gonna do that too. So, but I know we will have a distribution with someone. I don't know who yet, but it will be out there for sure.
I was talking to a couple of my friends at the convention I was just at, Tidewater Hargon, and we were talking about how Uh, mostly today it's digital or streaming,
Yeah.
and less physical. And it drives me crazy because I'm like, there is a huge, huge thing for it. Like, I'm part of that like community who, I do Blu-ray Hunter as part of my fun little side part,
Yeah.
podcast. And I love hunting for physical media copies and stuff and finding them and everything. I have a million of them and a
Yeah.
collection. I just don't see why companies just don't want to do it.
Right. I think physical media for indie films is awesome because then you also have something to get signed as well if you want to get cast and crew to sign it. Or if you're at a con and you buy it and there's like five cast members there or crew or whatever, then you've got something to sign. Otherwise, you're just like, hey, I bought your video online.
Thanks. I mean, thanks. That's still great. I
It's
mean,
great,
I'm not,
but it's like, can you sign here? Can you sign this? Oh, you don't have anything at your table either. Oh, okay. Because some
yeah.
people like don't really have I've noticed a couple of times that people don't even have like posters or anything for people to sign. So it's just kind of like,
So
I
what
mean,
do they sign? What do they do? Like,
it's like that's why I'm saying like I always tell people to definitely go with a physical media option, whether it's just DVD or just Blu-ray or both.
mhm.
Because we offer for a version, we offered both DVD and Blu-ray, um, which they are still on our Indiegogo because we're still in post-production for that. Because that's, if that way they have a physical media and people, I mean, people bought some of both. So, you know, then we'll have them at conventions as well to promote, stand up, let people come by and grab them because those do sell a lot at cons as well.
They do.
Physical physical media is one of the more popular things that sell at cons, and I don't understand why more people don't do that.
I used to sell posters of movies that I was on the, verge of making and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't want to do that anymore just because like selling them is weird because if they're
Yeah.
not made,
Right.
and everything yet, it's just kind of weird, but it was sort of promotion, I guess, to
Yeah.
let
Yep.
people know we were doing it, but like
Yep.
who wants to have that though? Like,
Yeah.
of a movie that hasn't been made yet. I would rather people, like have the ones that what we are making or giveaway posters, to
Yeah.
people because, I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money to make the posters
Nope, not at all.
and then if you give people away, they'll have it in the back of their mind, oh, I need to pick that up when it comes out or,
Right.
or watch it.
Exactly. Yep.
Um, I'm a big physical media guy. I like having those things signed,
Yep.
I don't mind signing. I'm always weirded out by it because I'm like, you want what? You want my signature?
You want me to
Like,
sign this? Okay. Yeah.
yeah, like it's not a big deal, like to me, like,
Yeah.
like, even if I got famous, I'd act like that, 'cause
Yeah.
just because I'd be weirded out by like my signature means nothing. And it's funny, my signature isn't the same signature all the time,
Yeah,
too.
mine isn't either. And I'm a notary, so it's really hard when I have to notarize documents because I have to really try to make my signature the same. But when I scribble on posters, it's phew, it's just whatever.
Really, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, my
Huh.
son, when my son was signing his posters, I don't think any single one of his looked the same either.
How old's
Because
your son?
he's 16 now.
Okay,
He was in Bad Apples and also in Aversion. So he signed some 8x10s for Bad Apples already. Sold a couple. And he also signed we did a mass signing on set of the Aversion posters and the scripts. So we had all the cast and crew sign the poster. It was like a kind of like a concept poster, but we got all the cast and crew to sign it. So I did like 30 of them or whatever. So like everyone was signing it, but everyone's signatures look different. So, but they're all signed on set, so they're all there. And those were pretty popular at the con too, with everyone. Like it had so many people's signatures on it. It was really cool. And we have the script signed by everybody as well. Like I think I got like 10 of those. So everybody was signing all this stuff in this one room when we were at set. So we had like an assembly line set up. It was kind of cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say because I watch like, what's that, Pawn Stars or whatever, and on Pawn Stars they'll have the guy that comes in to check the autographs, the
Yeah.
signatures to make sure, and I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't be me. Like he would
Yeah.
be like, he would be like, "Well, this isn't Jonathan's signature,"
Right.
and then if they looked at me, I'd be like, "Yeah, it is." I mean,
I definitely signed that.
I definitely signed that. It's pretty bad.
Yep.
Um, I'm very bad. Like I don't even have a good signature period, and stuff. I'm just never was never very good at cursive. I learned it, but I was never very good at it. So I only sign, yeah, only like I know how to do my name and
Yeah.
everything, but that's it. I don't ever really do much else in cursive. And I've
Yep.
heard cursive is kind of a dying art right now
Yeah, they
anyway.
don't really teach it anymore. They didn't the year before my son, I think hit third grade, they stopped teaching it,
That's sad.
which is weird.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, I still kind of taught him it, so he knew it, but it's just like it was so weird that they just like they're like, nope, cut, we're done, no more. I was like, okay, that's weird. So
there's like, so, I mean, I think this goes back to the old question I had before, but like with your personal life and everything. But like you were saying, like before, you've got all these things you have to do. You have to read 4 scripts. You have to do this, do that, and stuff like that. I mean, and you have to put your family first.
yeah,
So it's got to be tough at times balancing being a mom, being, most likely having a significant other in your
no.
life. What? Oh, at least at
Um,
least that's one less thing
one
to.
less thing, right?
You're
Yeah.
right. But
No, I basically like work like my work's like depends on traffic, like 30 to minutes to an hour away. So, and then I work like 8 to 10 hours and then I come home another 30 minutes to an hour and then I usually cook and then yeah, so
jeez.
I have really long days and then I'm usually working on like indie stuff, whether like I've made like I don't know 20 posters for people in the last week or so. Just because they wanted posters, so I made a bunch of posters.
Your posters are pretty freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, thank you.
I when I think the first one I noticed that was yours because I think I've seen other ones and I just didn't know
Yeah.
you actually did them.
Yeah.
Was when I saw the witchcraft
Oh, the Witchcraft 18 one.
18 one. I was like, damn, like, because
Yeah.
like Andrew was like, posting that it was yours, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome,
Yeah,
badass.
we wanted to make it pop and I took the he had the kind of flaming logo, but I wanted to make the logo more electric, so I wanted to make it more pop.
Yeah, it looked good. And I saw he made like jackets already with like the little thing. So I was
Yeah, yeah.
talking to him about that. I was like, oh man, that is awesome that you
I
guys have
know that.
jackets.
I know, and it has the lantern of light on it and everything, so
Yeah, it looks so cool.
I
So
know. Yeah, that movie I know bits and pieces of kind of what's going down with it because Andrew's the one that's kind of writing it, but it's gonna be really awesome because
yeah.
it's kind of like he was in a podcast last night with Anthony Caimano and they were kind of talking about how it's gonna be kind of like Blair Witchy meets Conjuring. So
Mm,
it's like found footage, but also Conjuring-ish. So it's going to be
cool.
really, really cool.
I'm
And
excited. I can't wait.
I am super excited, especially since I get to bring back Kelly. I get to be
Right.
yeah, I'm like the sixth version of Kelly or something like that. Sixth person to play Kelly Jordan. So something like that. Sixth actress maybe or something like that. So,
Yeah, well, or maybe 6 times. I don't know if it's
or
6 actors. I think I don't know. I haven't like.
something like that.
I need to rewatch all the witchcraft movies. My friend
Yeah.
Dustin is a huge witchcraft fan, and he watches like every witchcraft movie every year. He has like
Yeah.
18, well, I guess would be 16 nights
Yeah.
of witchcrafts,
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. So he'll watch one all the way up to, and he starts in October 1st. So
Oh, that's cool.
so I'm guessing he's about to go do it. I'll talk to him today about it. But he wants to definitely watch yours, and he wants to watch the other one that's coming out before
Yeah,
yours,
17.
the
Yeah.
17. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I'm excited. I'm excited you guys are doing because I feel like you guys definitely have that love of the original stuff. So I think.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of bring it back to the original instead of where they were kind of going, they kind of got off track a little bit. So we're going back. We're taking it back.
I feel like it needs to be taken back, you know, a little
That's
bit.
kind of, yeah, that's kind of what we're planning on
Yeah,
doing. So we need to
definitely. So I'm
take it
really
back on
excited
track.
about that one. Bad Apples I've been excited about, for a while. Even though there was another Bad Apples movie, I don't know if Steve ever talked about that or whatever, but there was another one I watched years ago, and I bet yours will be a little better because I didn't
Oh,
necessarily.
ours, Steve has been so excited about the latest cut that he got from the guys. And he's just like super ecstatic. So I know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
Like Jay is super awesome. He's the one he's like probably the main person that's doing all the editing on it, and he's so good. So I'm giving a plug for him too, Jay Johnson. You're the best.
nice.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's super good. So yeah.
Well, I'm really excited. I know you are a busy person, so
Yep.
period. So I don't want to
Yeah.
keep you on here for too long, but
No, that's fine.
I do want to know so how first off, what's your biggest pet peeve when you're on set doing stuff? Like, is there something that just annoys you a little bit or nothing?
Uh, I I don't really have one. I mean, I don't really think there's anything that really annoys me, but I mean, maybe
Like,
just like I don't really think so. I pretty much am a pretty easygoing person, so
so
I don't.
because I know you said you had memorized your lines before you had to unfortunately drop out of a project and stuff like that. Are you you're really big on memorizing your lines, getting them down, probably
Yeah.
working on your character and stuff like that. Do you ever get upset when actors or other people just don't take it as seriously, a little bit, or do you? Or are you okay with that? Just, you just concentrate on you and then let them do whatever.
I pretty much just let them do whatever. They'll eventually get it, and we just wait for them, and they'll
Okay.
eventually get it. I usually know their lines, so I'm like, "Hey, this is your line."
You're the script supervisor without even have to look at the script, right?
Yeah, a lot of times because I'll just do the if I'm like going back and forth with somebody, like I kind of already know like their whole
So,
line. So
yeah, you memorize your lines and you memorize theirs.
yeah,
I was talking to Danielle Harris, and I love her to death. Like, I think she's the sweetest. I don't know if you know who Danielle is. I'm
yeah, I
sure you
know who
do.
she is. Yeah, yeah,
And I was chatting with her, and she told me, I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling this or not, but she told me anyway. And so I'm guessing it's okay. She well, she gets like a huge monologue, because she does not like lines, like lots and lots of lines. So
yeah.
she'll actually cut like some of her lines,
Oh,
down.
yeah.
And so I was like, oh, as the directors think about that? And they're like, she's like, most of the time they don't care unless they're like the writer, director, and then
I was gonna say,
sometimes,
sometimes do they even notice? Like,
yeah,
if unless somebody's reading along with.
yeah. See that gets on my nerves because we've had a script supervisor once that did get mad when the person did that, and I actually didn't notice when I was directing, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
they're
so
fine.
they were basically like, oh, you missed a word.
Yeah, you missed a line here,
Yeah.
and it didn't matter because it flowed so well that how would I
Right,
know?
exactly. Like
Like,
sometimes missing a line or changing a line up makes it just flow more naturally. So like if it sounds better when you do it, like just go with it. Like it seems like it is the way to do things because that's kind of how it's been on a lot of the sets that I've been on. Like if it sounds more natural, like when you do it, just do it. Like
definitely,
yeah, because sometimes the lines like I don't think I've really had anybody that's been so strict like, oh, you need to say that line, but like they're just kind of like, if that doesn't flow, then just whatever works and something whatever comes out more naturally seems to work better anyway, because otherwise
Mm.
you're like so stiff reading this line and then but the other line just, oh, this is fine, I mean, whatever. So it's,
Yeah,
works out.
no, I get that, and I had once we're doing improv, and I had an actor. Yeah, well, there's an actress that would say like a line, and then she didn't say it when we went around. So I thought I'd say it because I thought it was a funny line. And they one of the professional actor who was in a really big movie. I'm not going to say his name or whatever because I just don't want to get in any trouble. But
Yeah.
he looked at me and he goes, "Hey, that's her line." And I was like, she didn't say it. Like
Yeah.
that's not. I didn't know we had because like there was no script,
Yeah.
So I
Right.
figured it was all improv. So I
Yeah.
figured anybody, it was free game.
A free
If
for
any
all.
free
Yeah.
for all, but apparently not according to that actor.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then so later I tried talking to him, but like, oh, you want to work on my nope. Like he was like he got mad at me. So I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
oh, it's okay. I think I'll live. You
Yeah.
know. But after that, I was like scared to like step on anyone's lines or say something that, or whatever, say somebody else's line. Somebody be like
Right.
pointing that out. That's their line,
Hey,
you
who's that?
know?
That's not your line.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Like, why not? I mean, I get it, like, I get it if like they end up using my line, my instead of her saying it, but
Yeah.
she had said it like 4 or 5 different times. It's pretty sure, it was gonna be hers. I just liked it. I thought it was a fun line, and then so I
Yeah.
said it, and then I got in trouble for it. So that made me learn my lesson, I guess. I'm not gonna do that around that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll do it ever again.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much. How can people reach you?
Mostly on Facebook. It's the easiest way to find me. Christina Marie Lafser is my Facebook name. I do have Instagram. I think it's at Arendre, Aryndrae. I don't really use it, but that is my Instagram. And I think my TikTok is the same. But I don't really use that either. But those are them.
I
I have
mean,
them. I have
it,
them.
it's tough because you have to use 20,000 platforms, and I personally don't like to put the same thing up on everything.
Yeah.
It gets boring and stuff, and I'm like, I just don't want people seeing the same thing. So, like, my
Yeah.
Instagram will probably have something that might be a
Right.
little bit different than my Facebook
Oh
and
yeah.
my TikToks and stuff like that. And I
Yep.
think that's better when you can have a whole full day full of different shit,
Different stuff. Yeah,
different
exactly.
content than
Yep.
rather than the same thing. It's the same reason I don't like when people adapt a book like exactly like the thing. I go crazy because I'm like I could just read the book,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff.
Yep.
But I'd rather like if somebody made a continuation of that character and did something new with it,
Yep.
I'd be down with that,
Yep.
So.
Exactly. Yep.
Anyway, well, thank you so much. And everybody else, hope you guys enjoyed this. We will have Christine on again, I'm sure.
I'll be back
Um,
whenever.
yeah, maybe we'll get you on one of our review shows and stuff,
Okay.
if you're down with that.
Sure.
If you're down with reviewing indie films.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
that'll be fun. But everybody else, keep checking out. I think in a couple of weeks we'll have another guest. So let us know what you guys think. Until then, everybody, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.